Chào buổi sáng mọi người, tôi là Mark Francis Tenepriva. Jaya Vinoyo sẽ kể lại về tông gia độ qua Vietnam.
So these are the education history timeline in Vietnam, feudal and colonial periods up to late 19th century. For about 1,000 years, the Vietnamese people learned Chinese characters and used them to write but pronounced them in Vietnamese way. French colonization late 19th to mid 20th century. With this change in power, the Confucian-oriented education that had been built and maintained by the Vietnamese was replaced with French-Vietnamese education with the goal of training people to serve the colonial system. Independence to reunification in 1945 to 1975. So on September 2, 1945, Vietnam gained independence from France. So there are three key priorities of the new independent government. So President Ho Chi Minh decided that the three key priorities of the new independent government would be fighting against poverty, illiteracy, and invaders. His new driving philosophy for education was an illiterate nation is a powerless one. And in October 1945, he issues a call for anti-illiteracy. After the war, pre-reform in 1975 to 1985, the government took on two focuses in regards to education, which is the removal of leftover influences from the old education system and the implementation of anti-illiteracy activities for people in the age group of 12 to 50 years old. The Doi Moi reform in 1986 to present. The Doi Moi reform is a renovation or reconstruction. As far as education is concerned, the Doi Moi reform means more funding for institutions and a higher percentage of the government funds to the education system. So, semi-public and people-funded institutions are rising in popularity, especially at the preschool level as well as the technical and vocational training level.
Formal educational system of Vietnam consists of preschool, general training, vocational training, tertiary education, continuing education. Preschool. Preschool consists of nursery school and kindergarten. Nursery school is a place to babysit children when their parents go to work to make a living. A child can go to nursery school when he or she reaches 3 months old. In kindergarten, at this stage, teachers in kindergarten will teach children to sing, dance, draw, and do something simple activities by themselves. General training. General training consists of primary school, secondary school, and high school. Primary school lasts for 5 years from grade 1 to grade 5. In primary school, students will study literature, mathematics, history, geography, etc., which are taught by one teacher called the homeroom teacher. Secondary school. Secondary school lasts for 4 years from grade 6 to grade 9. One big difference between a primary and a secondary school is that different teachers teach different subjects. One of the teachers will be the homeroom teacher. Besides teaching, the homeroom teacher is responsible for taking care of students in other aspects such as high school lasts for 3 years from grade 10 to grade 12. In high school, subjects such as art and music are eliminated. Students will be instructed to do career orientation and will focus on the subject when they major in. When students finish high school, they will have to take university entrance exam. Vocational training. In Vietnam's education system, vocational training is designed to teach the student in a particular job, such as carpenter, barber, and tailor. Students are after finished vocational training are expected to have basic skills for a job. Then he or she can work with an experienced senior to hone their skills, or they can start their own businesses. This training is divided into two types, short-term training and long-term training. Short-term training lasts less than 1 year, while long-term training lasts from 1 to 3 years. Tertiary education encompasses bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees. Bachelor often lasts 4 years in Vietnam, depending on the subject of study. However, for some specific majors such as medical study, bachelor could last 6 years and more. After students finish the bachelor's degree, they can choose to be officially a part of the labor market or to study more. Students often need to spend 2 years for a master's degree and 4 years for PhD degree. Continuing education. These centers are established with an aim to bring education to all walks of life. If your studying unexpectedly ceases due to certain reasons, you can register a course at these centers and go back to study at any time. These centers are meant to eliminate the illiteracy rate in society to encourage people to study whenever they are ready.
So that would be all.
Come on, Bandak, same time yet.